Everyone, Tim with Collect Jurassic here with another Mattel Jurassic World unboxing. Well, technically, this is Matchbox, but they are a Mattel company. We have tons of cool stuff to look at. We have the Matchbox Jurassic World Dominion vehicle range that I'm really excited about. I wasn't even planning on getting these, but when I saw them in store, I had to have them. We also have the Jurassic World Mattel Minis. First playset out the gate. I think this is called Danger On-the-Go Playset. It's a fun little playset that comes in this carrying case. You can see on the back here, it's got fences and dinosaurs in it. So there's like all kinds of stuff to unbox today that's all going to mix together, all scales together in that mini line, which is really, really exciting. And of course, we'll do some comparisons with the other minis dinosaurs and minis playsets out there too, so you can see sort of how this whole play range looks next to each other, because again, the scale is really exciting here. It's super fun. So if you want to see the other mini dinosaurs beyond what I have on the table here, there's another video you should definitely check out where I go through all the scan codes and stuff. But here we're going to be looking at these vehicles first, and then of course that playset. So let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm going to go ahead and grab this first. I think these are all called like rescue rigs, I think is the name of the range. I'm not sure, but they're all from Matchbox, which of course is owned by Mattel. They all come with these awesome vehicles, clearly, and they also each come with a dinosaur in that minis line. So really fun idea. I know for Fallen Kingdom, they did something similar where they had minifigures packed with them, but now that we have the new minis line that scales with smaller, bigger dinosaurs, I'm glad they've revisited this vehicle line because I think it's going to be even more exciting. As you can see, this thing comes with the Giganotosaurus Loader is the name of the vehicle inside. On the back, you can see the other vehicles available in the range. A nice render of the vehicle, and then sort of how that capture, rotate, and lift works. So let's go ahead and open this one up. Packaging wise, we got that big giant T-Rex and the Dominion logo on basically all of these pieces. So we won't look at that over and over again. We'll just get right to it with the toys, right? Let's go ahead and vehicle and Giga comes out. There's no instructions here really with this thing. It really is just you get what you get. So you get this awesome truck. I love this thing. A big capture truck with painted windows. This cool caution like paintwork on the side. The hubcaps are painted. Definitely looks like a big heavy duty hauler. You also get the Giganotosaurus with it. This is the mini version Giga. It's soft and rubbery. It's got pretty decent scales and detail and all that paintwork. It's got little painted eyes too, if you can make that out in the camera. And it also has that open jaw. So this is Giganotosaurus, the main Dominion baddie. It looks awesome. I can't wait to see it in action in the movie, but so far I've been loving the toys too. So these guys come together. I think the expectation is that this truck is supposed to capture Giganotosaurus here with this awesome crane it has. Look at this thing. Thing is huge. And I think the crane literally that's literally all it does. It comes out, doesn't open or rotate or anything. Oh yeah, I guess it does rotate. So it's got a nice little rotator on it too. That's cool. Okay, now I'm really digging this thing. So it can like grab dinosaurs on the ground. For Giga, it's going to I guess it's gonna just like do that. And yeah, there you go. This is how they transport it in the movie, just like that. Yeah, I mean, I think this thing's probably meant for smaller dinosaurs, but look, it can carry Giga just fine, right? Really nice smooth wheels in this thing too. It's like flying all around my table. So, of course, I guess I should expect that Hot Wheels should have the mechanics worked out of a toy car. So clearly they do with this thing. This thing is so cool. I love this thing. Really, really nice. I love it. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it does. It captures these smaller dinosaurs. So that's the Gigantosaurus Hauler. I love the heavy-duty look of this truck. Looks a little bit like Biosyn with that coloration too, but no Biosyn branding on here or any kind of dinosaur branding really. But I do think all these trucks are unique to the Jurassic World line. It's not like they repurposed them, just for these Dominion toys. Let's go ahead and open up another one. We'll go ahead and open up the Stegosaurus set as well. We do want to do a quick little comparison here. This is Giganotosaurus that came with this. I do have another Giganotosaurus from, I think this is the another play set like the Outpost playset. They're literally the exact same figure. There's no changes. Same coloration, same everything. There's no difference between all these. I'm looking really closely and I don't see any difference in, you know, plastic color or paint or anything like that. So Giga's going to be the same no matter which set you pick it up in. So we'll go ahead and open up the Stegosaurus Claw Carrier now. Very specifically purposed vehicles that that they built here for loading basically one dinosaur in them. So here we got the this is the actual vehicle. So you can see it has this giant carrying claw on the front that looks like it goes up and down. So you can kind of descend on a dinosaur. Other than that, I don't think it moves or anything like that. It looks like it's fused into the toy too, so you're not popping this thing off. And then the vehicle itself is pretty cool. It's kind of metallic iridescent blue, very heavy. I mean, this one was heavy too back here, but this one feels like really heavy. Like you would not want to. This is like a weapon. I love how that has the engine logo on it too. So we do have a little bit of in-universe branding on this one at least. Otherwise, well, I guess this thing rotates too, so you can do a couple different things with it. I guess I should look in the back of the box. Looks like it just says claw opens and closes. So yeah, it doesn't really give us much direction beyond that. But nice engine truck with this capture gear. Also comes with Stego here with some really cool colors. Doesn't really transition to the tail very well. Just plastic. The tail has no paint on it, the rotating tail. So a little bit of an abrupt end. And this Stegosaurus is literally identical to another Stegosaurus that you get with a different mini set, but no harm, no foul. I love a good herd. So now I'm going to have a couple Stegos. Can't be mad about that. You know, the more Stegos, the better. Bigger herd, the better. So an extra Stego for my trouble. And then this thing, you know, it's supposed to come up behind these, lift up its crane, kind of drive over it, and then push down and capture. Yeah, like that. Kind of. Got to get that tail out of the way though, Stego. I got to capture you, and then you can lift it, or you can do this again. There's a lot of lifting up dinosaurs precariously in the air to capture them, I guess. The whole claw came off. No worries, it just pops back on, just like that. I guess it is kind of supposed to stay in one place. I don't think it's supposed to... I mean, yeah, it's supposed to rotate. It's got a rotating peg. I think it just is meant to stay in that locked position for the most part. I guess you should capture this thing head on, maybe. Maybe that would be... Yeah, that's a little better. So, Stegosaurus captured. Just like it is in the box. Looks like they're capturing it from the back, even in this one. Look, they're swinging it around too. See, it's not just me. They're swinging it around. So you can swing this thing around to your liking if you want to make that Stegosaurus dizzy, right? So second capture vehicle, pretty exciting with the Stegosaurus. Let's take a little break from the vehicles. We've opened about half of them. I'd love to take a look at this this playset now, because this thing is probably what I'm most excited about reviewing today, because I know it's got some... I want to get this stand I had out of the way. I know it's got some really exciting stuff, and I just love the premise of it. It's like a plastic, almost like a pencil case, with the logo on it, the Dominion logo, all glossy. Then on the back, it shows that it's got 7 dinosaurs, 8 accessories, 15 pieces in all, which is really cool. So pretty fun stuff. Let's go ahead and pop this one open and see what's inside. And we can see how much room there is to store stuff inside too. So popping this thing open, it's a little push tab here. Looks like we got a bag, and we have lots of dinosaurs. A little tray of dinosaurs, if you will. So we'll pop those ones out first. Looks like we got T-Rex, which this is a different T-Rex than the one I already had for the minis. He's kind of bent over and roaring. So the other T-Rex I have right now is standing up. So they're actually a little bit different. If you can tell, they're one's standing up and one's One has opposable jaw and one doesn't. So this one's a little bit different. I kind of like the different coloration too on it. Much darker background. So get the T-Rex. Gotta have T-Rex with this set. Also have Therizinosaurus, and this is different than the Therizinosaurus that we already have. I should grab that one off the shelf back here. Very different, actually. The Therizinosaurus that comes in the mini blind boxes has a little bit more paint, has posable claws. This one is just like a solid plastic figure. It does have the red paint on it. Otherwise, it's just that navy color. It's got really nice sculpted details on it, though. I don't know if you can see the beak there. I mean, that thing looks really cool. For not having a lot of paint, it looks awesome. So it's even got its beak open, right? And this other one has the beak closed. So pretty obvious differences between those two versions of Therizinosaurus. This is the one you get with this pack. So T-Rex and Therizinosaurus. Also getting Baryonyx. So here's Baryonyx. Looks basically, I mean, I love this mold too. It's just a really nice, all these molds have really nice detail, really nice likeness to the film. A little bit different than the Baryonyx that we got in some of the other mini sets, which I have here for comparison. The other ones have paint that goes all the way to the tail. And this one's paint kind of stops halfway up. So a little bit cheaper paint job on this Baryonyx too. You get a little bit more paint on some of the other figures. But the paint color also looks a little bit different, right? A little bit darker, a little bit, yeah, a little bit darker on the playset one. Interesting variations among all these so far, different than the other figures I already have. Then we have a couple Gallimimus. I love that they gave us two of the same, two herbivores, right? So you have like a ready-made herd. And these galleys are all new. They're not similar to another paint coloration, but we do have a third galley. I guess it's kind of similar. This was one that came with the blind boxes, so it's similar to one of these, but they all kind of have their own. It's similar to the one in the middle, but even then it's a little bit different. These ones don't have paint all the way down to the tail, so just another kind of, these ones, this one in the mini set also has paint on the underbelly, but these ones are just solid plastic with stripes. So, but all together, you get, you know, if you're collecting all the minis, you're going to make a nice little Gallimimus herd eventually. So you get two more Gallimimuses to add to your herd, right? What's exciting is we're going to be able to show you what these look like next to all these capture vehicles and stuff. So plenty of dinos to capture. And then last but not least, we have two Atrociraptors. Get these out. So this is a Atrociraptor. I think this is, I'm not even going to try to guess which one this is. I think it's red. Similar to another Atrociraptor we got with one of the play sets. The colors are a little bit different. Otherwise, they're basically the same figure. Just a little bit more paint on the head of the this one came with the Mosasaur playset, I think. Whereas the one that came with this set has a little bit less paint on the head. Again, doing comparisons there. So get one Atrociraptor, and you also get this one, which I think this is, I want to say this is Pantera, I think. There's, what is there, Ghost, Pantera, Red, and Tiger. I don't think I have Tiger yet, but this is Pantera. So altogether, I already have Ghost from another set. So literally have 3 of the 4 Atrociraptors now for the Atrociraptor pack. But Ghost does not come with this set, so we won't talk about him. So now we got a couple more Atrociraptors. So altogether, I haven't even got to the actual playset pieces yet, but you get a nice dino roster. A couple key carnivores like T-Rex and Therizinosaurus, as well as Atrociraptors, and then a couple herbivores. I guess Therizinosaurus is an omnivore, right? But a couple straight herbivores, which are the Gallimimus. And then we also have a nice bag of accessories here, which I will, of course, get out. So we can take a better look at those. Go ahead and dump this stuff out. I love it. Fences. That is what I've been wishing for, is fences. So really, really exciting. And that's all. I mean, the case is literally empty now. There's some instructions inside, which I'm sure just tell you everything that comes in it, how to put it together, how to store it even, which is funny, pretty cool. yeah, pretty easy. Storage case just locks back up. Let's go ahead and build us a little paddock here. So really nice plastic fence pieces. They all have this Jurassic logo, really big, like heavy duty rungs. Remind me of the Spinosaur paddock in Jurassic Park 3. Just really heavy duty, but they just snap together like that. They have that little hinge there, little clasp. I really hope the fact that they're doing little ones means they've got a big mold plan for the 3 3/4 line, because I know pretty much everyone watching this video would love to have some full-size fences, right? But now we're getting at least little fences, so literal baby steps. Hopefully we'll get there soon. They give you 5 pieces in all, so you can make a pretty good run of fencing if you're just making like a wall of fences. Ooh, those really snap together too. So I mean, that's a pretty big run of fences, but you do kind of rotate them together to build yourself a little tiny paddock. And I mean tiny. This thing is not fit to, this thing is not fit for a herbivore herd. It's pretty small. So I made a little, I think this is a pentagon, a little tiny enclosure you can make with that. It also comes with a couple of these ground pieces, and also a tree. So you get a nice little tree, and the tree will literally fit right in there. So you have a little like green stand, and you can there's a little pit. Oh, there's nice little details on these too. I don't know if you here, I'll get this piece out. You can see they have dinosaur footprints on there, different size dinosaur footprints even. There's big ones and little ones and little pieces of grass and rock. That's pretty fun. You get 2 of those pieces, and they have little holes on them so that your dinosaurs can let's see, let me get one here. You can literally put they have holes in their feet, so you can pose them on here. I mean, they stand up pretty well anyway, but you can pose them on these little kind of pieces of turf. And then see if I can get Therizino on here. Yeah, so make little pieces of turf. Just adds a little bit more vegetation, or you can stick them in your fence. Sorry, my camera view is kind of low, but you can see Therizino's now safely in the enclosure. T-Rex is out of the enclosure, and you have all these little guys as well. And again, all this stuff scales together. So we could go ahead and get, you know what, let's open up more vehicles, then we can kind of compare all this stuff to each other, since again it all scales together. So let's go ahead and open up a couple more vehicles. I'm going to go ahead and push back our playset for now. We got our 2 vehicles we've opened over here with their dinosaurs, and also all these little guys. So yeah, if you're keeping track of like all the different minis you can get, I mean, if you collect them all, you're gonna have a lot of dinosaurs for your miniature park, which is so much fun because these things aren't that expensive. And, if you don't have a lot of room even, you can really build up a park pretty fast. Let's go ahead and open up another vehicle. Let's go ahead and open up this other engine vehicle, since we have 1 engine vehicle open already. Let's go ahead and open up this other one. This is the Tyranno Hauler. So go ahead and pop it out. Oh, I already broke the capture gear off. It looks like this thing just grabs and lifts the T-Rex. So, oh wow, I completely disassembled this vehicle. But that's okay. These pieces literally I love this. Oh, this is cool. This just pops on, right? I just popped it off when I was pulling it out of the package, but I think it just pops back on, hopefully. Hopefully I didn't like break this thing. I just don't think I'm putting it in the right holes. There we go. Right? Does that seem right? Seems sort of loose to me, but anyway, there's the engine vehicle. You can see it's got the big engine logo on the hood. It's not quite as hefty as that other one, honestly, which I'm okay with because that thing was very, very hefty. But this whole capture, like this whole like protective piece totally comes off, so you can see the whole vehicle and all the detail on it. It's got little scratch marks on the bumper. I love it. But I definitely obviously like the look of this piece on it. And it snaps on. I have it kind of more secure now, so really adds some more like dyno capture friendly visuals to this thing. And then it's got this huge claw on the front, which it definitely like doesn't stay in super tight, which is kind of weird. But the pegs they're using for it aren't that big either, so I'm not surprised that it doesn't stay on better. Let me see if I can. Is that any better? No, that's definitely not any better. I guess it's just one of those things that just doesn't. You know, sometimes you get toys that just don't stay together as well as you think they should. And I guess this is one of them, but it does have a spring-loaded, almost like a hair clip that it can use to lift up the T-Rex. Speaking of the T-Rex, it comes with this guy, that standing up T-Rex, which I'm pretty sure is almost identical to the one I did a comparison of earlier. Yeah, I mean, these are basically the same T-Rex. Maybe a little bit darker paint on this new one, which I actually like a little better. The other one looks a little sickly. But basically the same T-Rex, and of course different than that T-Rex we already talked about as far as the pose goes. One is standing, one is a little more bent over. So you get a second T-Rex. And then this capture gear, literally you drive up and capture this thing and lift it up in the air. I don't know if it'll stay up because again this thing is sort of a little shaky, but it'll at least stay on the vehicle while you try to, you know, wrangle it. So that's the what do they call it? The Tyranno Hauler? Tyranno Hauler, yeah. So that's that. Pretty cool. Yeah, I gotta say I'm a little disappointed by however this piece is supposed to work down here. It doesn't seem like it just seems like it should stay in more solid. I mean, look how wiggly it is. I literally pulled it out, just pulling it out of the package, but maybe that's how it's supposed to be. I don't know. So that's the Tyranno Hauler, our second engine vehicle we've gotten. Let's go ahead and open up the final piece, which is the Quetzal-Copter. Hey, I think I made that word up. If you follow me on Instagram, I totally made up the word Quetzal-Copter on another toy. So they totally stole that from me. No, I'm just kidding. It's not the most original word in the world. So we'll go ahead and open. Oh, I just dropped that off the table. The Quetzal-Copter, real quick, it looks like it hooks and carries onto the Quetzalcoatlus. Whole thing flew on the ground though. There's the helicopter, and then good old Quetz. On Quetz. So this helicopter, this is a Fallen Kingdom one that I never got. I think it originally came with the Mosasaurus. I love it. It's got the blades that extend. It's got tail rotors that rotate. It says rescue on the side, which is interesting. Maybe they're rescuing dinosaurs. Really heavy duty metal piece though, which is cool. And then you also have this capture claw that opens up. See if I can get it to open up like that. So it'll open up, and this thing will probably capture any dinosaurs. Like this would capture the T-Rex even. Really cool. So this is probably the most versatile capture gear of all. Like I feel like the rest of them are very, very tailor-made for the dinosaur that comes on. And it looks like it pops off rather easily too, which I appreciate. So you can land this helicopter proper, you know, versus having this giant piece of capture gear that you can't quite land. So that's cool. I like that. I actually really like that. But easy enough to just pop back on here. Definitely way more secure than that T-Rex hauler. Comes with Quetzalcoatlus, one of the new Dominion, like super-sized flying reptiles, pterosaurs, if you will. This looks identical to the Quetzalcoatlus that you get with the mini set, and it is. They're the same thing, and I definitely love having two of these things because we know from the movie there's at least, I think there's a couple in the trailer even. So now I'm going to have two to fly and, you know, attack my aircraft, which is cool. So Quetzalcoatlus, and I think this thing, like I said, it's pretty versatile claw, so it can kind of come in and capture Quetzalcoatlus and fly away. This is a really cool one. I didn't think this was going to be my favorite vehicle, but it might be because it reminds me a lot of Jurassic World Evolution. I love that the capture gear detaches so that it can land like a normal helicopter. So those are all the vehicles, but I do want to do some cool comparisons because this is just an awesome set. All these minis and how they fit together. I mean, you know, all of these vehicles, the Giganotosaurus Hauler, and this thing's going to be able to pick up the smaller dinosaurs like the baryonyx, you know, which I think makes more sense that it's capturing smaller dinosaurs than anything else than like the Giga. So you can do that now and, you know, load it on the back, maybe even hold it on the back. That's kind of cool. So maybe it's like captured like that. Same thing with the, you know, this engine truck. I know we had it capturing Stegosaurus, but it can capture, you know, the Gallimimus. It can also capture Barry, or it could even capture T-Rex, right? I mean, T-Rex could walk into here and get captured and hauled away. So really, really fun. And not just these toys that I opened up kind of mixing with each other, but all the other mini stuff that already came out. I mean, hopefully I can fit everything on camera. You know, we got a couple human figures with some of the sets, these little miniature Claire and Owen. So, I mean, they're going to scale really nicely next to these vehicles, even, which I think is, you know, just a whole nother level of fun, right? Having like humans and vehicles at this scale. I mean, come on, that's awesome. And obviously with the fences too. So like now you basically have like, you know, a whole basically scaled world of Jurassic toys with these fences. And then we also have bigger play sets already that have already come out. Let's see if I can fit this one on camera. This is one of my favorites. This is the I think it's called Outpost, Giganotosaurus Outpost. I don't know. I mean, it matches the pieces that came with the Stone-Go playset perfectly. I mean, you have the same trees, the same vegetation. Then, of course, you get like the fences. Pull these apart real quick. You get the fences involved, and suddenly you have like a full-on compound, you know, with the buildings and the fences, and you got the trucks. You got the human figures. You got the dinosaurs. I mean, it's just awesome how all this stuff comes together to make this, you know, this whole world of different, you know, different play pieces. Even the core line only has dinosaurs and humans right now. We're still waiting on play sets. We got the Moses set here that even has a helipad on it, so we can have that helicopter land on it. I mean, there's just so much you can do with these sets that is just so much fun. Now that I've kind of collected, you know, all these different pieces, all these different vehicles, and the fences. Again, I cannot get enough of the fences. Cannot speak highly enough of those fences. And now we just have all this stuff, you know, ready to play with, ready to combine. And you know, that's probably why that I tricked myself into buying these vehicles, because once I knew that they were going to scale with all of this other stuff that we got, all these other dinosaurs we got, and, you know, play pieces, like even just a tree. Tree's exciting, right? It's just so cool. So, you know, unboxing these vehicles and this mini Danger On-the-Go set, totally worth it. Totally added to like all of this awesome mini stuff going down with Mattel's Jurassic line. So really, really good stuff. As you can see, my table is now completely full of minis. There's so much stuff to look at, which is so cool. But I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope it wasn't too overwhelming. And I went through a lot of different toys, but come on, look at all this stuff and how it all interacts with each other. It's just so much fun. So I hope you enjoyed this. Again, I'm Tim the Collect Jurassic. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.